This is the lecture of switchgear and protection. In this lecture, we will study the difficulties occur in differential protection. In last lecture, we studied the merge price protection and percentage differential protection provided for transformer. Now, in this lecture, we will study the difficulties occur in differential protection. Okay, when we are using it for protection of transformer. Here, the difficulties are mentioned below. First is unmatching in CT characteristics. Second one is difference in pilot wire length. Third one is on load tape changing. So these are the difficulties occur in differential protection provided to the transformer. Okay. First of all, we will see the unmatching in CT characteristic. Okay. So this is the unmatching in CT characteristic. Here you know that here equipment is available. If we are providing the protection for transformer, then transformer primary and secondary winding will covered. Okay. Second thing, CT1 CT2. Okay, we already, this point is already discussed in previous lecture. Okay, this is CT1, this is CT2. Here you know that supply side, load side. In normal condition, if V1 I1 V2 I2 both are same, then both CT has the same ratio. Okay, so this current will converted into I1 dash, this current is converted into I2 dash, and in normal condition I1 dash and I2 dash both are same. That's why net current flow in operating coil must be 0. Okay, in normal condition. But we already discussed in earlier lecture that in normal condition also these both CT must not have identical nature. That's why in normal condition also the current flowing through operating coil, which is I1 dash minus I2 dash, are not exactly 0. If we are extending the I1 dash, then it will go downward, and I2 dash go to upward. Okay, so this net current flowing through this is I1 dash minus I2 dash. Okay, in normal condition it must be 0, but in actual condition it will not become 0. Okay, due to the non-identical characteristic of CT1 and CT2. That's why when high external short circuit current will happen, at that time this relay must not have operate, but due to the difference in I1 dash and I2 dash, this relay will operate. Okay, so this is the first disadvantage of unmatching in CT characteristic. Okay, same thing occur also when the CT will saturate, one of the CT will saturate. At that time in normal condition also operating coil carry the current and it will operate. Okay, for external faulty condition. Okay, these are the points mentioned below. In normal condition I1 dash and I2 dash must be equal. So net current flow in operating coil, this is the operating coil, must be 0. But due to the non identical characteristic, I1 dash and I2 dash will not become 0. Okay, and in heavy external short circuit condition, due to this difference it will operate. Okay, this disadvantage is overcome by percentage bias differential transformer. Okay, we will discuss this point in next lectures. Okay, so this is the first difficulty due to the CT ratio unmatched. Now second difficulty is difference in pilot wire length. I will also explain in same figure. Okay, difference in pilot wire length, it will also create the problem in differential protection. Here this CT secondary is connected through this wire to the operating coil. Again CT2 secondary is connected through these two wires to the operating coil. These two wires are known as pilot wires. Okay, so using pilot wires we are connecting CT secondaries with operating coil. Now in this figure you can see that operating coil is just at center from this both CT1 and CT2. એટલે કે CT1 અને CT2 ના એક્ઝેક્ટ સેન્ટરમાં છે. Why? Because in normal condition this carry I1 dash, this carry I2 dash, and it will produce the net current 0 in operating coil. Okay, so that's why this operating coil must be connected at a midpoint. If we are not connecting operating coil at midpoint, then let's say we are taking operating coil here. Okay, અહીંયા operating coil રાખીએ તો આ વાયર પાઇલોટ વાયરની લેન્થ આટલી જ થશે, સેકન્ડ પાઇલોટ વાયરની લેન્થ આટલી ઇન્ક્રીમેન્ટ થશે. તમને ખબર છે કે these pilot wires are made from conducting material and each conducting material has its own resistance, and due to that change in resistance it will occur change in current and voltage. That's why we have to connect operating coil at the center for best operation. But in many applications it is not possible to provide operating coil at just center. બધી એપ્લિકેશનમાં એવું ન થાય કે ઓપરેટિંગ કોઇલને આપણે એક્ઝેક્ટ મિડ પોઈન્ટ ઉપર કનેક્ટ કરી શકીએ. સો that will produce the difficulty, okay, due to the difference in pilot wire length. Now remedy is we will use the resistor, okay, variable resistor. Why? Let's say I am putting operating coil here, okay, at point A and B. એટલે કે આ ઓપરેટિંગ કોઇલને આપણે અહીંયા કનેક્ટ કરીએ તો તમને ખબર પડે કે આ લેન્થ હાઈ થઈ જાય, આ લેન્થ લો થઈ જશે, ઓકે. આ લેન્થ લો થશે એટલા માટે અહીંયાનો રેઝિસ્ટન્સ રિડ્યુસ થઈ જશે કમ્પેર ટુ ધીસ સેક્શન. સો યુ વિલ પુટ હિયર the resistor, okay, and using that variable resistor you will increase this section resistor, okay, you will increase this section resistor as equal to the secondary side. એટલે આ રેઝિસ્ટરમાંથી આપણે શું કરશું, રેઝિસ્ટર એડ કરશું. કયા સેક્શનનો? આ ફર્સ્ટ સેક્શનનો. કેટલો એડ કરશું? તો કે આ સેક્શન જેટલો સેમ થાય એટલો ત્યાં સુધી, ઓકે. સો ધીસ ઇઝ ધ રેમેડી ફોર ડિફરન્સ pilot wire length. Okay, these are the notes. As I said you that difference in pilot wire length, it is not possible every time to connect the operating coil at the center. So there is a chance of mismatch of current, okay, due to the change in length. It is overcome by placing the variable resistor, and that is known as balancing resistor, okay. Now third one is on load tap changing, okay. On load tap changing, we know that on secondary side or on load side we are connecting the on load tap changers to change the voltage or tappings according to loading, okay. But it will also create the problem in percentage differential protection, okay. So it is also another problem, okay, and it will overcome by using biased relay, okay. It will overcome by using biased type relay. Then the problem occurs with magnetizing inrush current. First of all you have to know that what is the magnetizing inrush current, okay. When at the starting, when we are switch on the transformer at starting, due to the switching on the transformer, no back EMF is available in transformer winding. Due to non-availability of that back EMF in winding, it will behave as a very low resistive circuit, okay. It will behave as a very low resistive circuit. So at time of starting, very high amount of current will flow from the primary winding, okay. At starting, no back EMF is available into the winding, and that's why it will behave as a low resistive circuit, and due to low resistive circuit, very high amount of current flow from primary winding, and which is 10 to 30 times higher than full load current, okay. It is 10 to 30 times higher than full load current. So you can assume that it is very high amount of current, and so due to this such high amount of current, our percentage differential relay will detect as a fault and provide trip signal to circuit breaker. But actually it is not a fault. Why? Because it will available only for very short duration at starting of transformer. After the starting, when the back EMF will produce, then it will come into the normal range, okay. So it is not a fault, but our differential relay will consider as a fault, and it will provide trip signal to circuit breaker. So at every time of starting of transformer, after some time it will provide trip signal to circuit breaker, and circuit breaker will disconnect it from the supply. So that is the problem, and this problem is overcome by using the harmonic restraint relay. Okay. This relay basically nullify the harmonics added into the primary current, okay. At starting of the transformer, the primary current, which has very high amount of value, has a number of harmonics in it, and due to availability of number of harmonics in it, it will goes beyond its value. So this harmonic restraint relay just nullify or remove that higher order harmonics from primary relay, okay, and allow only the fundamental harmonic to the relay, okay. એટલે ખાલી ફંડામેન્ટલ હાર્મોનિકને જ એલાવ કરશે, બાકી બધાને રિમૂવ કરી નાખશે, okay. So this difficulty is overcome using the harmonic restraint. This harmonic restraint relay basically contains the series LC circuit, okay. It contains the series LC circuit. So due to that series LC circuit only, it will allow the fundamental harmonic component and block all the higher order harmonic and DC component. This working is same as LC series filter, okay, same as LC series filter. So this relay will operate only for internal fault, not for at starting, means not due to the magnetizing inrush current. Here in video you can see that the figure of harmonic restraint relay. This is the figure of harmonic restraint relay, okay. This lecture is completed. In next lecture we will study some different points related to differential protection.